Hello, everyone. Donna Maria here, and welcome back to my channel. Today is Tuesday, April the 8th, and I'm going to talk with you about discouragement today. And I'm going to do this because today I received some news that was kind of discouraging. And this channel is always about positivity and small business ownership and all the great things that small business ownership can do for our lives and how it can enhance our lives over the long haul. And it still is about that. But small business ownership can also be challenging and it can be difficult. And sometimes we get discouraging news. So today I'm going to talk with you about how to overcome discouragement, how to ditch discouragement, and how to deal with it when it happens to you. And I'm going to encourage you that there are 3 ways that I deal with discouragement and how when it happens and how when bad news happens or when things that don't go my way occur, which happens, how I deal with it and how I overcome it and how I ditch discouragement, so to speak, and how I continue to move on in spite of the fact that things don't always go my way. So there's 3 things I want to share with you. The first is that the future hasn't happened yet. And that's really the first thing I remind myself of is that, things didn't go the way I wanted them to go. And that's okay because the future hasn't happened yet. And I may be in this situation today, and something may have happened today that I didn't want to happen, or something may not have happened that I did want to happen. But you know what? That's okay because the future hasn't happened yet. And things can unfold differently in the flash of a moment. And I'm going to look forward to that. And I'm going to get through this day and I'm going to look forward to tomorrow. And we're going to see what's going to happen because it hasn't happened yet. And I don't know what it is. And no matter what, I'm going to be here to see that it gets better. And I think there's a powerful moment when you sort of look at discouragement, you look at something that happened and you say, you know what, that kind of sucks. But then you say, you know what, this is today. And tomorrow hasn't happened yet. And I still have a chance to make this better. And I'm going to take that chance. And I'm going to take the bull by the horns and I'm going to make this situation better because tomorrow isn't here yet. And I'm going to be here and I'm all for it. So remind yourself of that. The first thing when something discouraging happens or when you get discouraging news, tomorrow hasn't happened yet. And things will get better. Okay. The second thing is to remember that how you feel is not a fact. How you feel is how you feel. It's an emotion. And you should, take ownership of your emotions. We all have emotions. We all have feelings and we should feel them, but they're not facts, right? The facts are the things that are really in existence. They are taking place in the world around us. They're different from how we feel. I think they are related, but they are different. And so the facts exist, right? But they're different from our feelings, all right? Our feelings do not define us and they do not define our future. And you know what? Neither do the discouraging facts. They just don't, okay? And here's a couple of reasons why. Number one, you can get some help. You can get some help. Things do not have to stay the way they are because you can get help. So look for help. Look for help within your own self. Look for help within the resources around you. There's people around you who love you and care about you, and they can help you. All right. So that's the first thing. That is a fact, right? There is help available. Number two, time. Time changes things. Time has a way of changing things. And so the fact is that time exists and it will pass by and it will happen. And time can change things. So you can leverage that as you move forward through this discouraging time that you may be feeling. Time will pass and it can change things. And that's a good thing. And the third thing I want you to remember is that you are an agency of change. And just because something has happened that has discouraged you doesn't mean that you yourself can't roll up your sleeves and get in there and change your own situation. You can do that. So you can act on your own circumstances to bring about a change that you want. You don't have to stay stuck in whatever circumstances you find yourself. And I realize that some occurrences are more discouraging than others, and there's levels of things that happen to us. And sometimes we can affect change more readily in some circumstances than in others. But the truth is, that we do have some power to change things, and we do have help, and time will pass. And all those three things combined are facts. They are facts, and they're different from our emotions. So when you feel weighed down with discouragement, remember that your feelings are not facts. And those three facts can help you remember that you can change things, and that things will change, and that things will get better. All right. So the third thing I want you to remember as you ditch discouragement is that you have overcome hard things before, and you will overcome them again. So look back over the course of your life and think about other times when you were discouraged and how you overcame and ditched that discouragement from back then. You did it before, and you can do it again. Like, it's not a lot of fun, but it's part of life. Life is not all sunshine and roses, right? We kind of wish it was, but then kind of if it was, it really wouldn't be life. Like, there are speed bumps in life. There are challenges in life. There are hard times in life. And the hard times actually make us stronger. They make us more resilient. So as you move through your life, one of the things you can remember is that this discouragement will be used to your advantage if you allow it to be. If you look at it as an opportunity to strengthen yourself, that's how it can be used. So remember, you've overcome hard things before, and you will overcome this as well. So let me just summarize the 3 ways to ditch discouragement. Number 1, remember the future hasn't happened yet, and it's going to get better. You will get through this. Number 2, your feelings are not facts. And the facts are that there is help available to assist you. Time will pass by, and you are an agency of your own change. Those 3 things are facts, and you can rely on those and not get too mired down in just your feelings. And number 3, you've overcome hard things before, and you can overcome this one as well, and you will overcome it. And those are 3 ways that you can ditch discouragement. Those things always work for me, and I hope they work for you as well. I will see you tomorrow, and I look forward to your comments, your questions, and your discussions in the comments below.